Write a proof. Given that line segment PQ is congruent to line segment RQ, and line segment PS is congruent to line segment RS, prove that triangle PQS is congruent to triangle RQS. Begin by setting up a statements and reasons table. Line segment PQ is congruent to line segment RQ, and line segment PS is congruent to line segment RS by the given information, and line segment QS is congruent to line segment QS by the reflexive property of congruence. Then triangle PQS is congruent to triangle RQS by the SSS congruence theorem, which states that if all three sides of corresponding triangles are congruent, then the triangles themselves are congruent. Determine whether the hexagon is stable. Explain your reasoning. The diagonal supports form two triangles and a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral ACEF could have many shapes because there are many quadrilaterals with the given side lengths. So this means that the hexagon could move because the quadrilateral could change shape. So thus the figure is not stable. Write a proof. Given that line segment PQ is congruent to line segment RS, and angle Q and angle S are right angles, prove that triangle PQR is congruent to triangle RSP. Begin by setting up a statements and reasons table. Line segment PQ is congruent to line segment RS. Angle Q and angle S are right angles from the given information. Then triangle PQR and triangle RSP are right triangles by the definition of a right triangle, which is any triangle with a right angle. Then line segment PR is congruent to line segment RP by the reflexive property of congruence. So triangle PQR is congruent to triangle RSP by the HL congruence theorem, which states that if a hypotenuse and a leg of a right triangle are congruent to the hypotenuse and a leg of a second right triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. Two Two windows in a building are right triangles, with line segment WX congruent to line segment XY. Prove that the triangles are congruent. Given that triangle WXZ and triangle YXZ are right triangles, and line segment WX is congruent to line segment XY, prove that triangle WXZ is congruent to triangle YXZ. You are given that line segment WX is congruent to line segment XY, and the two windows are right triangles, so the hypotenuses of the triangles are congruent. Then line segment XZ is congruent to line segment XZ by the reflexive property of congruence. So by the HL congruence theorem, triangle WXZ is congruent to triangle YXZ